I was looking on House of CB for a winter Christmas party night out. What the fuck is that? Like, are they for real?
Before you buy that House of CB bandage dress, before you spend buckaroos on that dress, ask yourself, if this wasn't trending right now, and if this specific brand did not make it known to me, would I have purchased this in a different brand for the same price?
House of CB seem to have fallen down the fashion conservatism pipeline, and so I wanted to discuss a bit about what the hell is going on, guys, and why we are seeing this shift, and what this might mean for House of CB, but also what you can still pick up if you were still interested in shopping with them. If you guys have been here for any length of time on my channel, you guys know I love House of CB, okay? I have so many pieces. At this point, I'm definitely in double digits. I own trousers, I own dresses, I own tops. What I have enjoyed about them is that they are very reliable, okay? If you are looking for quality, if you're looking for shape, if you're looking for style, okay, you're going to get it from them. Although they're high street, they are positioned a bit higher. Brands like Zara or Mango, you know, the price points are a bit higher, but in my experience, it has always been worth it to invest a little bit more money to pick up something from them. However, recently I took a trip to their Oxford Street concession stand in Selfridges to see some of what they had in real life, because you guys probably have also noticed that I haven't really done many, if any, House of CB hauls in a really long time, and that is mostly because I've been underwhelmed, guys. There hasn't really been anything that has popped up, definitely not in the last 6 months, that has caught my eye at all. Definitely all of the new stuff it's a hard it's a hard no, guys. No. So I went in store and I was able to see some of the new stuff that they've got going on, which mainly includes styling that is centered very much around traditional, more conservative gender ideals, right? So we've got a lot of milkmaids, we've got a lot of almost dresses that look like you're in the kitchen, you're baking, you're doing all of that kind of stuff, which, in all honesty, I don't mind too much, right? They started off with this milkmaid style quite a while ago. So you can actually even see it in the top that I've got on, which I think I've owned for maybe like 5 years, right? So this kind of balconette, poofy, very feminine style, I actually really like. And for a good while, they actually had a really good balance of leaning into this kind of milkmaidy, feminine, curvaceous, voluptuous, accentuating your shape styles, which I think worked really well. However, there was a point, I'd say probably in the last year to 6 months, where the scale seems to have tipped slightly, where they're kind of leaning into styles that almost look like costumes. It may just be coincidence, but this kind of tipping seems to have aligned quite well with this general societal shift that we seem to be experiencing towards conservatism.
Cannes Film Festival just updated their dress code. Modesty is in, conservatism is in.
You know, pushing overly feminine styles that are maybe a bit more modest and kind of lean more into specific gender tropes. I don't actually know if that was their intention, but it's definitely what it's given. They have quite a few particular styles that are just screaming, I milk cows. For example, the Astra, okay? Guys, the Astra is ugly. I'm sorry. I'm sure that there are some of you that like this dress. And actually, I think the silhouette of the dress isn't too bad, right? This kind of square neck with the detailing around the bust is actually quite pretty. I actually even wouldn't mind the bow that they've got in the middle. But then it's gingham, okay? And it also has pockets. And I know a lot of us love pockets, right? But it's too much, it's too fussy. I'm sure in a particular setting, maybe for a photo shoot, maybe you are, I don't know, filming with some cows, maybe you're doing a shoot to sell milk or something, right? This dress is going to be very fitting, okay? And actually on the models, it doesn't look super bad. I'm sure it's made very well. However, to me, it is just really impractical. I think they need to remove something from it. It's got, you know, a lot going on. And in many of my other videos that I've done relating to House of CB, I always talk about how they are so good at shape, guys. And shape in clothing is really hard to get at a reasonable price, okay? I think their positioning in the market really allowed them to put their foot in some shape. Okay, look. okay? Right? So I think because they do shape so good, there is no need for gingham, lace, and bows, and pockets, and buttons. There's no need for all of it, right? They also have dresses like that Lysel. Guys, what's going on? What are we doing? The shape of the dress is nice, okay? And they do a really good job with even the petticoats underneath to give you a bit more volume, really accentuates the waist. The shape of the dress without the straps, okay? And maybe even without this kind of lacing, yeah, right, cute. When I went in store, it actually made me so sad. It actually made me so sad because even this style of dress is, to me, is a style of dress that is most fitting for evening, right? It's a short fitted dress that actually, to me, gives evening. But throw some stripes on it, not any stripes, throw some light blue and white stripes on it, and it's also giving day. Where am I wearing this, guys? Where are we going? Where are we going in it? For £169, where are we going in it? Okay, not sure. You guys can let me know where we're going down in the comments. I'm not sure where we're going in this. Maybe you could wear it to brunch. They've got another one, the Jade. My first immediate knee-jerk reaction is ugly, okay? I don't know if it is the pattern. I'm not really a ditzy flower print kind of girl, so maybe if you enjoy ditzy floral prints, then this might be one that you don't mind. Again, I think the foundation of the dress is actually very nice. It accentuates your waist. It has this kind of corset bit in the middle, and it's off the shoulder, guys. I love a bit of off the shoulder. Showing up here, it usually flatters and looks beautiful on all women. However, why have we put floral ditzy prints on it and then added a bow in the middle? I'm just in confusion. I don't understand. There are a few styles, in my opinion, that are just not good, and in my experience of House of CB, it's very unlike them. I think a lot of it has to do with the colorways and the patterns that they're picking, but some of it actually does have to do with some of the cuts that they have chosen. In store, I did notice quite a few dresses that didn't really have much shape to them. Oh man, I can't say it was one of the more impressive in-store trips that I've taken. There was pretty much just pastel, ditzy floral, everywhere, in all forms, in all shades. Again, if that is what you enjoy, then I'm sure you'd be able to find loads of things that you like there. However, it's not one of the reasons why I have been drawn to House of CB. And so I haven't checked out House of CB's annual report, or, you know, their corporate reporting or anything like that. I'm not sure if any of that's publicly available. May do a video about that if I can find any of it, but maybe they have been feeling the vibes. Maybe the vibes I've been sent to them, they've been receiving it of, you know, what we doing? What are we doing? I do understand that part of branding and part of releasing clothes or being a clothing brand is understanding, you know, the current tone and trying to give people what they want. But if I see another model on a bed, okay, in something comfy, I'm going to scream. I don't think it is the main House of CB identity. There was a time where they were doing loungewear and stuff. I don't mind if it's, you know, small parts of the brand. I don't think having this kind of style as their main bread and butter is working for them. And so I think somebody heard me, and in response, they recently announced that they are releasing, or bringing back at least, the Bandage dress. This Bandage drop is to celebrate their 15-year anniversary, and I actually own a House of CB dress from when they first were doing this style of dress. This style of dress was first made popular by Ave Leger, and those dresses are still super, super expensive. There were loads of celebrities wearing that kind of dress, and I think House of CB was smart at the time in tapping into that and creating a more affordable version. I can't remember what birthday I wore it to, but I did pick up a white one that I wore for a birthday. Loved it. Okay, love the dress. However, when I saw this post from them, I really just was wondering why, guys. And I'm not alone, because I went through the comments, and in the comments people were kind of like, thanks, but we didn't really ask for this. I was also able to try one of these dresses in the store, and the dress I tried on was too big, okay? And so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there. It didn't really fit properly. I tried it on in a large. I think I needed a medium. The bust area was quite big on me. However, I just felt really underwhelmed, guys. I'm sorry, I felt underwhelmed. Of the styles that they had, I tried on the pink one. I'd argue of all of the styles, that's probably the one that is the best. I mean, I don't mind the orange one either, but I'm not in love with the color. So they do have a green, which, guys, I just don't know. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. And so I really struggled. I wanted to try one on just to see what it was like. I did not pick up anything on this trip. I actually don't mind a bit of nostalgia. And so I'm not entirely mad at them bringing back the bandage dress. I think it is one of their brand staples. However, I just feel like they really hit a sweet spot where they were doing dresses that were sexy and dresses that were kind of really complementing the female form without it necessarily being completely fitted, or without it showing, you know, everything, boobs, back, bum, everything all together. A lot of their dresses, or at least the ones that I enjoy, are the ones that kind of maybe accentuate the waist, or accentuate the bust, or accentuate the legs, or, you know, you pick one or two things to show a bit of, you know, give them a bit of like, I'm grown, but I'm cute, I'm sexy, but I'm not over sexual. I really like that kind of the sweet spot that they were actually riding for a good few years. I don't necessarily hate the bandage, but I feel like they have potential and have had the potential to do something that keeps their very specific position in the market. Like, there aren't many brands that have been doing what House of CB have been able to do. I feel like Meshki is kind of like popping their head up there. Everything I pick up from Meshki I love. Their cut of their blazers, the cut of their dresses, very, very nice, very good material, very grown up, very expensive looking clothes. I love that about Meshki. And I would say House of CB and Meshki were kind of running side by side for a while for me. You know, if any time I wanted to go somewhere, I'm going to one of these places first to try and see if I've found something. And even at the time where the bandage dresses were popular, there were still other brands that were making the bandage dress. You know, you could go into H&M and pick up one. I think there was even a time where you could like get one from Next or Marks and Spencer. This style of dress is very doable by everyone. And so although I think it is something that they're known for, something that probably even made them famous, so I can understand why it's part of their 15-year celebration, I'm hoping whatever comes up next is a bit more interesting. If any of you guys were still interested in shopping House of CB, I wanted to give you a couple of styles that you can just go straight to without having to wade your way through the ditzy floral, okay? First dress is the Alida, guys. I love the Alida. I actually don't know why I don't own the Alida already. I mentioned this probably in every single one of my House of CB videos. Everyone I have seen the Alida on looks absolutely stunning. If it is your birthday, your graduation, any of those kind of black tie event, the Alida is the one for you. They also have the Marilyn, which I tried on in store in the blue. Beautiful, guys. They also have it in this really, really nice greeny color. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't own the Marilyn, but I do own the shorter version, which I actually did pick up in a floral that I enjoy. This dress, chef's kiss, okay? It's got a petticoat underneath it, which makes it a bit more voluminous. I think even if you were going to brunch, or it was your birthday but you were celebrating during the day, or you were going on holiday and you wanted to just have something special to wear, beautiful. The halter neck always makes the boobs look nice, okay? I think quite versatile for the options that they have. This is one that you're probably going to get a good amount of wear from, and has looked absolutely beautiful on everybody I've seen it on. They still do a very, very good corset too. So the Una, very, very simple corset top. I think House of CB do simple very, very well. So if you need evening tops, if you need tops that maybe you can wear to dinner, but you can also wear on a girl's night out, but you can also wear if it's your birthday, picking up a style like the Una, you cannot go wrong. I own tons of House of CB corsets and I get good use out of all of them. Also, tops are a bit more versatile because you can mix and match. They also have the Aubrey, beautiful. Somebody pick this up for your special occasion. Love it, beautiful. It's definitely a statement maker. I do love all the femininity of the pearls at the top of it. Oh, guys, beautiful. They also have the Gabby. Now the Gabby I tried on in store, it didn't work for me. I'm very tall, guys. I'm 6 foot tall. So this kind of frilliness that they have running up the middle that accentuates a split that they've got just doesn't work for me. I was definitely at risk of fanny flashing. Okay, so I can't get away with the Gabby. However, if you are shorter than me or you have a longer torso than me, then the Gabby is actually really nice. I wasn't quite sure about this because I feel like it kind of gives kind of said genitals to me, but everyone I have seen in it pictured looks beautiful. They have it in a different range of colors. I tried it on in the purple, but they have it in red, they have it in cream. They've got loads and loads of different colors, and actually I think it's quite sweet as we move into summer. One of the dresses from their newer collections is the Amalia. I tried this one on too. Beautiful. Okay, the only reason why I didn't buy this dress is because it only comes in a red and a white, and I'm actually looking for a dress for a beach wedding, and so the red to me doesn't give beach, and I'm not going to wear white at somebody's wedding, so I couldn't pick it up. But guys, the way that this dress accentuates the hip makes your waist look tiny, guys. We all need this dress. Okay, no matter what shape you have, this dress is going to complement you just because of the volume at the hip. Stunning dress. I really enjoyed this one. House of CB definitely do still have quite a few gems. I still really enjoy shopping with them. I'm just waiting maybe for this phase to be over. But what do you think about some of the shifts that have been happening at House of CB and actually in fashion in general? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.